So, have you found a place to stay?
How do you mean?
Have you got a hotel?
I was staying here with you. I mean, if that's okay. I did talk to Neil about it.
I think he mentioned something.
I mean, I understand if it's a problem. He did say you were going through a bit of a rough patch.
Well, we're just very busy at the moment.
Absolutely. I mean, he did say you were a little bit stern about this sort of thing, but I mean, I understand.
Stern? What do you mean it warned you?
Well, he just said you were a little bit jumpy at the moment.
Jumpy?
Well, he said that things were just a little bit funny between you two at the moment. I mean, you're both working hard, you don't really see each other much lately. He was quite frank about it. I understand.
Frank about what?
He just said that you weren't communicating anymore. That the communication between you isn't as it was. I mean, you know Neil. He likes to get things off his chest, and I suppose he could have been a bit more discreet about it, but what could I do?
Have I missed something?
Rachel, I wouldn't worry about it. I've come from the other side of the world and Neil's decided to be boring about it. I mean, I guess people change and things change and it's no big deal.
But Neil isn't boring.
He is. He's always been boring.
He's not boring, he's just quiet than you.
A little shy and retiring, absolutely.
He's unpretentious.
Unpretentious and a little unadventurous sometimes. He thinks about things.
He does. He's thoughtful.
But humorless. It's only because he's so narrow-minded on occasions. I guess it's just because he's so principled.
He's just not like you.
No, absolutely. Enough said. Actually, he wasn't always boring. I remember as a kid he was fascinated by the notion of playing doctors and nurses.
Really? Who with?
Oh, some little floozy. It was actually his neighbour. You know what kids are like. Apparently, he got completely naked one day and she showed him everything.
Neil?
They were on a climbing frame at the time. He was very explicit about everything.
Then what happened?
Well, then he showed her everything. I think he's been obsessed with the potential of role-playing ever since.
Ridiculous.
So you see, he's really far more complex and charismatic than you think. Obviously, I'd prefer if you didn't mention this to him. He gets a little jumpy if he thinks I betrayed his confidence.